Hey there, Postal here. So today we're looking at something that I think is completely and utterly ridiculous. No, not the plane. The plane is the Su-10, and I absolutely enjoy this plane out of my brain. I'm not a bomber pilot by any means, but this plane's a lot of fun. Today we're going to talk about the 80% discount that you could possibly receive on the Tier 10 bombers, and why, even though it benefited me, why I don't think it's the right thing to do, or at least it wasn't handled in the right way. Let's take a look. Alright, so first things first, what are we looking at here? We're looking at the Su-10. This is the one I bought. You were able to buy either this plane at Tier 10, boop, or the German EF-131 at Tier 10. Both very strong platforms. The reason I went with the Su-10 is because from what I've heard, this line kind of fits my playstyle a little bit more. I like getting stuck in. I'm not a be at 12,000 feet kind of person. And also, the rear gunners looked really good. I mean, there's 420s basically back here, so you've kind of got, you know, like an MEP 1092 on your butt, but with better angles. But what was I talking about when I said that I didn't agree with the way that Wargaming handled the 80%? What the heck is the 80%? So you were able to earn over the last missions that we had over the last 2 months. Earn basically 10% for every weekend day that you were able, or is it every 2 weekend days? I forget exactly how it went, but you were able to earn up to 80% off discounts on the Tier 10 planes. I assumed that this was going to work in the way that this is the way I think that it should have worked. Let's word it like that. I earned by completing all the missions on all those days, I earned 80% off. I earned that. That's great, right? I'm not going to argue with that. What I am going to state, though, is that shouldn't just kick in any flippin' time I want it to kick in. I should have to grind this whole line, and then once I've gotten the Tier 9, that's when I can get the Tier 10 at the discount. The XP discount and the Silver discount. Think about what I just did. 80% off. I used 35,000 free experience, which is not an insignificant amount, right? 35,000, not everybody just got that lying around, but it's not a crazy amount. 35,000 is less than a lot of engines or guns, Tier 8 and above. I bought a whole plane for 35,000 free experience and 1.2 million silver while not having to grind any of the rest of the line. The highest I've got right now on the Russian bomber line is Tier 4, which if you watched my video a couple weeks ago, I'm not very good at, although I've gotten better since that video. But I really need to go down this line and, you know, earn it, in my opinion. Once I get here, the discount should be ready and waiting for me, but I shouldn't be able to do what I just did. I don't think that's the right step. A lot of players had already gotten to Tier 9. Kudos to them, gotten the TU-12. On the German line, got the JU-287. That's awesome. Congratulations. They deserve to be able to use that 80% right away on whichever line they choose. Shouldn't be able to go right to my hangar. That being said, I'm not going to argue with it. I had 35,000 free experience. I had 1.2 million silver. I got it. I absolutely love it. And I kind of feel bad about loving it so much, considering I really don't feel like I earned it. I mean, I earned the 80% discount. I'm not going to argue with that. I was here. I passed each mission each day. But I don't think I deserve to have it in my hangar today. That being said, what is this plane? This plane is awesomeness. Let's take a look at the upgrades first. I actually need to spend money on this 23 mil. It goes on the front. Congratulations, it's elite status. That's swell. Let's mount it. Alright, so that being said, what is this plane? Well, it's right, it's not, so it's a reasonably maneuverable plane when you've got it at your standard speed. It loses a lot of maneuverability once you get it up above like 400 miles an hour. but it can actually stay above 400, 500 miles an hour pretty easily. What makes this plane very fearsome, in my opinion, besides its ability to kind of sort of maneuver at a medium speed, is its rear gun armament. You have 220s here on top, 220s here on the bottom, although technically it's just here on the rear. And so you've got a huge field of vision, and you've got quite a lot of guns. If they're right behind you, or actually if they're like to the left or to the right of you, and you can get all 4 guns hitting on them, I've turned away every plane that comes near me. If I'm at full health or half health and above, and they're at any kind of health, typically they're turning away from me. It doesn't matter if it's an HG3, doesn't matter if it's an XF90, I'm able to kind of push them away. Where it gets tricky, obviously, is if I'm at like a third health and below, then typically they can stay on me just long enough to actually kill me. But if you've got support, I feel very comfortable flying in this plane and not being too fearful of enemy airplanes. What actually hurts this plane more than anything else is the anti-aircraft. So yeah. But this plane can get up and go, and it can really do some crazy damage, right? 56,000 damage in a pass. It's not the world's best damage. I believe the German line can do significantly better damage. Let's check on that before I talk out my butt. You got 4,000. Well, never mind. I completely lied. The Su-10 actually does more damage. There's only 4 bombs. They do more damage per bomb, but there's only 4 of them doing 40,000. You're doing 56,000 with this particular plane. And again, if you're going at a reasonably slow pace, you can turn pretty easily, at least enough to get your bombs on target and then get the heck out of Dodge. This came with a 5-point pilot, so I put fire resistance and engine guru. Demolition expert was the first thing you're going to put on here, no matter what, because you're in a bomber. I wanted some more speed, and I just had an extra point, so I figured I'd throw on fire resistance. We'll see. I'll probably change that to something else. I don't know, protection expert or something. I don't know. Once I've got an extra point, I'll reset it. As far as service is concerned, I want again to keep my pilot and my gunner alive if at all possible, especially the gunner. It's super important, even more than the pilot, just for your own self-defense. We've got improved uprated engine, and I'm not always able to be on the rear turret. I suggest being on it as often as possible if you think you're going to be attacked, but obviously you're going to be dropping bombs. So we're using the turret gun laying drive to help the aiming speed of the defensive turret, which threw me off. From World of Tanks, a gun laying drive is a different thing. So, well, I guess it's the same thing, but used for different items. Right off the bat, you're able to get 2 slots for the engine, so I got the engine cooling, and I got the manual restart. I might not actually keep the engine cooling. I think I've got like 56 seconds of boost, and even for me, who likes to just keep my finger on the boost button, I don't go through the boost all that often. I might go to improved mixture control. We shall see. Definitely need a first aid kit, of course, and I've gone ahead and also put on the improved fragmentation. So again, all these bombs are doing as much damage as possible. Now, I'm not 100% used to how much damage these bombs can do, so sometimes I double down and throw down more bombs than I actually need to. As I get more used to it, we'll get better at that. So yeah, now that I've kind of ranted about the way that Wargaming handled the 80% and gone over the overall plane, let's take a look at it in battle. Okay, so Su-10, we are in a tier 10 battle, of course. An Su-10 on the enemy team, and a MiG-9 on our team, and there's lightning outside. And then they got 2 bombers on the enemy team. I suspect they'll be going to the military base to begin with. Maybe they'll be going to the... see, I'm not a bomber player by choice. Well, by choice. By standard. So I'm going to try to get down here, get the military base, and then continue on to one of the mining facilities. I want to get down in this kind of instance because I want my bombs to hit first. Does that make sense? Sure, it makes sense. So I'm going to go this way a little bit, and then cut across that way because I know the ground structure layout. So you see I'm up to 543 miles an hour. My plane's shaking like the dickens. Let's go ahead and let's turn. Just need to change my setup of my bomb buttons. Still haven't done that. I keep talking about doing that. Alright, let's boost on out of here. Get on the gun. You can see how crazy this arc is on what I can do with the rear gunner. So I want to continue to get out of dodge, and we'll do that by going this way. Did any of my bombs hit? I feel like none of my bombs hit. I have 45 seconds, so I'm gonna circle back around here. We want to get back up higher, actually. Stay away from any of those planes that can actually hurt me, but I'm not scared of those planes, to be honest. Hitting the target button just to see what's near me. Got a 23 on the front of here. Let's see if I can put it to some use. Oh good, we got that. Let's head on over to our mining facility. We'll do some piddly damage versus this guy. We'll do a lot of damage to this guy. You can see, even versus somebody that is, you know, got a decent amount of hit points there. So at this point, we're gonna go over to their mining facility because it's the big target, right? Let's get ourselves up and out. I'm just kind of messing around right now until my bomb's reloaded. And of course, got 60 seconds. Talk about how I barely need to use the boost on this particular plane, and I'm going through the boost already. You definitely need to keep track of these planes that are near us. F2H can be a very difficult plane to go against for sure. Hello. Nope, toast. Dang it, spent too much time. Got too many hit points knocked off earlier there, though that's okay. Honestly, the F2H and the XP90 are really the two planes that have caused me issues. And I'm not sure why their particular guns... Hello, I'm trying to click there. Why their gun types cause me more issues than things like the HG2 and HG3. But hey, it is what it is. Alright, so I'm going to boost myself along over here. Haven't really been doing all that much. Besides that first pass, unfortunately. Try to get ourselves into a position. Well, alright, so we still have the mining facility. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to wait for the military base to lock in. We've got about 10 seconds. Yeah. So I'll do that, and then I'm going to turn around and swoop in and snag that base. 2 seconds, 1 second. Let's go ahead and get to it. We're locked in now, everybody. Wiggling too much. Alright, we'll boost on. Keep on boosting on. Bombs away. And dang, they're gonna get our mining facility, are they? Yep. So let's see what we can do about that. None of my bombs did anything, I feel like. Oh shoot. Go ahead and get him on target. You can see how easily we're melting him down. I can't do anything about him, you know, hitting me, but I can hit him back, right? Got 25 seconds. Let's see if we can try to get him out of our way, so to speak, in that time frame. I'm gonna just come straight at him, and that way my rear gunner can get him afterwards. All right. Oh, and an aircraft actually got me there. That's a shame. Must not have hit very well with my bombs in the center. So let's head on back there, I guess. Yeah, obviously not. I'm only at 5,000 personal points, so.
The enemy is launching rockets at us from the military base. Take action.
All right, let's get that. Mining facility as quickly as possible. We should have our bombs reloaded. I definitely need to get used to these bombs and what they can do. Might need to slow down more when I'm actually going through a sector. I think that might be my biggest issue at this point. But let's go ahead and start dropping. And 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hang in there. You'll soon be cut off from
Yeah.
I say again, support will not be available.
What are we doing here? Got it. Excellent. So got a heavy fighter up here somewhere. F2H. Why not? I got 23 mils of pure unadulterated weirdness. See if he comes back on me. Got both my guns firing on him, so he probably doesn't want to come back to me. They've almost got us. Alright, so we've got 30 seconds till our bombs are able to be dropped. Let's go ahead and keep on keeping on at this point. Taking a long lazy circle. Turning back around. We've got 16 seconds until we can drop some ridiculousness. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get out of dodge. Should at least help a little bit. Oh, come on, F2H. Nice. Excellent. Got a light fighter there, for decent far away. So we need a boost on to this mining facility, huh?
We are losing the military base. There are too many enemy aircraft.
Come on. Come on, LA. I want you to come here, actually. Don't you know that? Don't you know what I want? Yeah, we won. Not too shabby. Not the world's best game by any means, but you can see what these rear gunners can do. You can see what this plane can do in, I mean, I'm going to say a mediocre with bombers at best. You can clearly see I'm getting used to them. Alright, so, nothing too crazy, honestly, and that's what's kind of scary about this plane. I don't make any, I don't mince words. I'm not very good with bombers, right? I'm quite sure a lot of you are going to say you should have done this, should have done that. I know it's like any other plane, right? It's going to take some time for me to get used to what the bombs can do, what they can't do, when I need to drop them, when I shouldn't be dropping them. That being said, this is the third game I think I've played in this particular plane. I played it a couple times with VBAT when I realized I could buy it for 1.2 million. I think I played it once last night on stream. Well, I say last night. Last night when I'm recording it, not last night when you're watching it. And so this would be the fourth game I'm playing it. It's a dangerous plane because I'm not a very good bomber player. I would think a good bomber player could really make this plane shine. I could be wrong. Maybe it's got a low ceiling. Maybe 16,000 personal point games are the highest this thing can go, but I doubt it. The rear gunners you saw are significantly strong, and the bombs do a great amount of damage. I wish that everything reloaded a little bit quicker, but then again, with the guns being as strong as they are on it, I've got other things I can do than bomb. If I need to, I can go get myself kind of stuck in and get my rear gunners on target and cause issues that way. So I'm going to continue to mess around with this particular plane. Thank you for letting me rant a little bit. Hopefully you guys were able to take advantage of the 80% discount, or at least some sort of discount. I know quite a few people that got like 50s and 60% discounts, which is still a big deal considering you can still get the plane whenever the heck you feel like it. So yeah, that's the end of my rant. I really like this plane. In fact, I'm going to go hop into it again. Hope you have a good day.